is Alana Britton. Number 110, Katie Weaver. 120, India McIsaac. And 117 is Jenna Sim.
So up to this point, we've seen the competitors in different categories racing. Now, these are all the same. This is for the kind of the bragging rights in your category. These are the junior women's competitors and all top-level athletes. So let's really watch. This will be a fun race to watch.
And this is the one where they got medals on the line. This is gold, silver, bronze to be handed out here.
Yep, there's a medal race,
round,
medals, and probably some swag to go along with it. So, yeah, pretty exciting.
Jenna Sim.
You can see, again, two teammates here. Both out of the Vancouver area. And really good technique. Looks like they both just blasted out of the start and want to control this race right from the beginning. I like that. I like that when an athlete isn't afraid to go out and just really push it up the first hill, especially when you're talking about a hill that starts 10 strides out of the start.
Well, the two of them have a lead.
Yeah, now we see Katie Weaver moving into the lead. So maybe slightly better skis or just maintaining a little bit more speed over the top of the hill. Katie looks very strong going into this second climb here. Just strong double pulling. And the two teammates have a nice gap over third and fourth.
Alana Britton, 122. India McIsaac, 120. But we're at the head of the pack. Katie Weaver in at number 110 is her bib number. She makes that turn.
Yeah, good, strong cornering there. And I think these two skiers in the lead here are going to kind of be able to ski away now. They just look that much stronger than their competitors, and hopefully we can see a nice tight race for first and second here.
Going downhill in a tuck.
Yeah, and again, this is a kind of section where we can look and see if one of these two competitors has better skis than the other. Looks about the same. Katie broke out of the tuck a little bit earlier, but she's out in the lead, and that's not the fastest place for the track to be. So I think their skis are pretty close, and they look, technique. Both have great technique. Katie breaking out in the diagonal stride while her teammate is double pulling over that hill.
How would you assess the track condition right now? Looks like there's some big ruts that have been dug by the skiers, some tracks that have been made. Just what's your assessment of the track right now?
Yeah, no, I think in the last half hour, so it's starting to break a little bit. We're starting to see the snow soften up. I mean, you can't help it here. It's almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and even though it's a cloudy, kind of coolish day, the ambient air temperature is affecting the snow a little bit outside the track. The tracks themselves look kind of shiny and glazed, and they're not getting affected. But if you get outside those tracks, you may feel the consequences because it's a lot softer outside the track.
Weaver and Sim are side by side.
Great team racing here, just side by side going up this big climb. Both really strong diagonal technique. I like what I'm seeing here from both these junior athletes. This is a good sign for Canadian skiing here. Great tempo, and it'll be a fun race to watch here from here to the finish line. They both want it, and I don't think, even though they're teammates, they're not gonna give it to the other one just because they're friends.
Well, they are almost shoulder to shoulder as they come to the head of the hill.
There we see the third and fourth place skiers. You know, the camera's doing a little bit here. It's kind of not showing the distance, but that's a good 30, 40 meters, and that's hard to make up with only about 600 meters left in the course.
Weaver in the lead, Sim next.
Yeah, we can see Katie looks a little more fresh here in the tuck. Her hands a little closer to her face, which takes energy, but and her teammate Jenna there looked a little more ragged. The tuck didn't quite look as aerodynamic, so I think Katie's feeling a bit stronger at this point in the race.
She's off in a bit of a run.
Yeah, she knows she's got one more little hill here. She can just keep the energies going. She's going to do really well here coming towards the finish.
Over the crest of that hill, beautiful shot.
Again, yeah, this Frozen Thunder course isn't the toughest, but, the snow conditions and a little bit slower today, and the length of this sprint course definitely makes it more challenging. Most of the time sprint races are in the 2.5 to 3 minute range. This sprint going over 4 minutes right now.
So that's extra strain on the athletes.
Extra strain, and most of the time when you sign up for a sprint, you expect something kind of a little bit easier and shorter. But the athletes today, especially this time of year, really having to work for their money.
Weaver, great striding.
Yeah, Katie still looking strong here. She just needs to maintain good double pulling, and she'll have this race. Jenna, hasn't left her too much there, but still has an outside shot of this. But really, Katie's looking strong here in this double pull stretch coming to finish, and she should feel really proud of the work she's done today.
As see, the sun is really peeking through now, turning into an even nicer day.
Yeah, these last 3 rounds could be interesting. If the sun starts to come out more and more, it could start to impact the kick wax if the athletes choose to go with kick wax. And maybe their coaches and wax technicians are thinking, we'll double pull this now because the wax may be changing with this strong sun.
Okay. Well, Weaver is in charge here. Sim behind. Britton in third. And that's how they finish. India McIsaac in fourth.
Yeah, India coming back a little bit there at the finish, so that was a good effort from her.
Competitors acknowledge each other's efforts at the line.
Okay. Here we go. This is
Katie Weaver.
Katie out in front. She just pretty much had control of this race. Her teammate Jenna pushed her a little bit at the bottom of the big climb on the second round, but Katie showed who was boss by the top and didn't look back.
All right, competitors discuss it at the finish line.